Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we are reviewing Celebrity Big Brother Season 3, Episode 2, and we are finally getting into the game, although I am still feeling a certain way. I'm still salty. That production still does not have us having access to the live feeds, because clearly a lot's going on. TODRICK is in every single alliance in the house, with the exception of, Todd Bridges and Chris Kattan, because they sleep all the time. Chris Kattan was joking on Todd Bridges and how bad he snores, and everybody's in alliance. And then there was the Formation Alliance, but it was just so funny. The funniest part for me was TODRICK kept getting exposed because he made a final 2 with Chris. He has a final 2 with Misha. He has, the original 4 alliance of him, Carson, Cynthia, and Shayna. But then they added Moira and Teddy for whatever reason to this alliance to call it Formation. And they're about to be disbanded. And also, can production stop with this terrible karaoke bad boy music anytime anybody references Chris Kirkpatrick? Like, I'd rather you just pay the royalty so we can hear an NSYNC song at this point. Or just don't do it at all, because it's not entertaining, it's not funny, it's cringe. It is absolutely cringe. So can we make it stop, please? So then there's also a final 3 with TODRICK, Misha, and LAMAR. And then Misha was trying to do an athletes alliance, but technically not everybody's athletes in the alliance, which doesn't make any sense. But it was originally her, LAMAR, and she wanted it to be Myra, as well as TODRICK and Chris Kirkpatrick, who are not athletes. So I'm like, well, how is it an athlete alliance if you and LAMAR and Moira are the only athletes? Like, make it make sense. Like, what is going on? So that's on that. And then there was another final 3 with Chris Kirkpatrick, TODRICK, and Misha. And Chris is looking at TODRICK weird because he's like, oh, we made a final 2. And then it was just too much going on. It was just too much happening. But what was funny was how TODRICK got exposed in his conversation with Misha and Chris of already having a side alliance. LAMAR was clueless, didn't pick up on it, was just like giving fist bumps, like, yeah, we're final 3. And then TODRICK got exposed again because Cynthia reveals that they're already in alliance. This is what happens when you cast people who do not know the game. And they just have diarrhea of the mouth and completely expose their alliance members and expose things that are supposed to be kept secret. You're always supposed to say you're not in an alliance so nobody can put together the alliance that you're actually in. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. So we finally find out what is in the gala box. And they gave this little montage. So they gathered the house together to the screen, and they put together this montage of Janelle in her star costume. Also, they showed the cookout in their BB Comics costume. And we were just reminiscing on manhwas, greatest hits and everything else. And so they said the biggest manhwa, collection item yet is in this box. It's going to be a blessing for somebody and a curse for someone else. So Misha opens up the box. It's this nice looking purse that you wear basically on your head. And whoever gets this purse last is safe for the week and cannot be evicted, can't be the first eviction at all, can't be on the block or anything. So Misha wanted to make sure that whoever she gave it to, that Teddy does not end up being the last person with this manhwa hat, like no matter what. So she gives it to Chris Kirkpatrick first, and then it kind of just, snowballs down from there. And And then it ends up coming down to a final two of Shayna and Cynthia. And Moira had to decide between the two of, you know, who she was going to give the hat to. And so she gave it to Shayna, which then gave it to Cynthia. So Cynthia is safe for the week. And then Carson is like doing some messy whispering to Todrick. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I feel like on one end, it's good that Todrick is in all these alliances. But I feel like on another, he's like already been exposed twice of already being in other alliances when he told people he wasn't in an alliance. So I don't know if that's going to come back to bite him later on and he's going to end up being an earlier boot. So we'll have to pay attention to that to see how he's going to maneuver all these alliances. And he told everybody that he wasn't in an alliance, and then there's people in there who are exposing him to be in another alliance. So Cynthia's safe for the week. However, they said that nobody else really, except for the HOH, is guaranteed safety either. That even though, you know, Misha's going to put two people on the block, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be the one that goes home. It could technically be somebody else depending on whatever this twist, this Manoir thing is. So it'll be very interesting to see. You know, and it was funny because Misha, she had, you know, the perfect plan to, you know, put up a pawn, put up somebody else. And she was going to plan on backdooring Teddy because that was her target. She came in second place in the first HOH competition. She really doesn't have a relationship with Teddy. And she already had built some alliances and relationships with other people. So she sees her as a threat. She relays this, unfortunately, to Moira, who had immediate diarrhea of the mouth. Like, you were just offered an alliance. And then you immediately tell your other alliance, you know, what's happening. And it's like, that's a kiss of death. That shows you're not trustworthy. Because you think you're saving yourself and your alliance member Teddy, but really you just threw yourself in the ring as the number one target. Because you just showed that anything Misha tells you, if you guys are supposed to be aligned, you're going to run and double back and tell somebody else. So you just completely screwed yourself and are likely a first boot unless there is some twist that gets Teddy out. So congrats to you. Because I was like, what is she doing? And so then Todrick, of course, told Misha, you know, like, hey, don't talk to nobody today. Or if you do, like, just know that old girl, whatever conversation you had, she went right to Teddy and told her everything. And she was completely shocked. She was like, what? So then now Misha is talking to Carson about being a pawn and tells him, you know, there's nothing else he's going to know. So then they play crickets. But yeah, it's like, that's the thing with this game is like, you can't tell people too much, even people that you're aligned with this early, because you're not sure who's really, you know, just trying to be nice to you because you're the HOH, or the people who truly have your back no matter what. That's the part that you have to navigate as the first HOH, because it could either work out good for you to set yourself up to be long in the game, or it can backfire on you and you'll have a short stay in this house because there's already a majority alliance with the Formation Alliance. However, once we get to the noms, because it's just funny, man. It's just funny. So we got to the nominations, and the nominations are Carson and Moira. And at first, Moira thought, okay, maybe she could be a pawn, but you screwed up that pawn idea because you went and told Teddy that she was the target. So now she doesn't know if she's the target, and so she was crying to Chris Kattan, and Chris was all shocked about who was on the block, and it was just hilarious. It was just absolutely, utterly hilarious. So Misha made a deal with Teddy that if she doesn't put her on the block this week, that Teddy is not going to put Misha on the block. However, she really doesn't say a time frame of how long that's supposed to last, because remember, we're going to be evicting people now twice a week. So, and we have our first eviction tomorrow. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens, because we have the veto and we have the live eviction and everything else. So then it was funny because LAMAR ODOM had a starring role tonight on the episode, and he was snoring but talking in his sleep, saying, "Baby, let's go, baby, come to me." And I'm like, ooh, what kind of dream is he having that somebody's got him talking in his sleep like this? Is he reminiscing on something? And then we have the full storyline of him missing KHLOE Kardashian, his ex-wife, that he messed up his vows, that he realized he lost a good thing. On the third day into Black History Month, we are hearing all about KHLOE Kardashian and how much LAMAR ODOM, they nicknamed him Lammy. I was just like, oh my gosh, can we get the live feeds now? Because I need him to be in a showmance with somebody, because he is completely out of sorts. Like, this man is depressed. You see so much pain and tears in his eyes and everything else. I'm like, this man, we need to get him, we need to pump him up, because he is going through it. Like, he was hoping that KHLOE would be in the house so they could have a conversation, and now he is hoping that he can take her out to dinner. And now there's people championing them to get back together on social media. And I'm like, why do you want to get back with a cheater? Doesn't make sense. But then again, this is KHLOE Kardashian, who completely put up with all of Tristan Thompson's humiliation, embarrassment, and thought that she won some prize, until it became too much to where people just were disgusted with her for continuing to take him back, that she finally had to end things with Tristan. But I don't even know if it's really ended. So Lamar's talking about, possibly whining and dining KHLOE when he gets out, apologizing to the Kardashian family and all this and that. And I'm like, man, you were just laying it on very thick. He wanted to have kids with KHLOE and all of this nonsense. And I'm like, interesting, very, very interesting. We will see what comes of this. I personally don't think she's going to take him back, but stranger things have happened. So we will see. We shall see what ends up happening with that. But that pretty much was the episode in a nutshell. The formation is unforming because 2 members are on the block. And, we wait till tomorrow to see how the power of veto plays out. We wait to see what this Von Juan twist is going to do, how it's going to impact nominations. But if the twist is to just still get out Teddy, I am for it, because that's really all that matters. We just need Teddy gone. We just need Teddy to go. How about that? So we will see what happens with that. And that's all that I have. Please let me know your guys' thoughts. What did you guys think of tonight's episode? Did you enjoy it? Did you feel that it was better than the first episode? I did feel it was a little bit better than the first episode, because the episode yesterday, I was concerned. I was concerned that we were heading down a very boring season. But tonight, things really picked up. A lot more life from Carson. TODRICK's entertaining. Cynthia needs to give me a little bit more in the DRs, because it was like she was in the episode in the beginning, but then kind of withered away. So we need a little bit more spunk, Cynthia, in these confessionals. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. And we need more Todd Bridges and Chris Kattan. You guys need to wake up. You guys need to get after it. You guys need to get in the game, because you are just a middle of the road pawn that it's going to eventually go. So please get in the game, build some relationships, build some alliances, so you can set yourself up for a long standing in this game. So we will see what ends up happening. I cannot wait till tomorrow. It's a 2-hour live show, so I will be back. I'm debating on whether or not to do a live discussion, a live watch thread. Please let me know what you guys think, if you guys want to do that or not, as we watch the episode tomorrow. So that might be a possibility. We'll see. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again very soon.